Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Matt Horner with Sports Mockery, bringing you the top Chicago storyline, the Chicago sports storyline of this weekend. So I just had to watch the Bears get absolutely, shellacked by the Packers again. So the top storyline for this weekend in Chicago sports, obviously, is the Bears making the playoffs at 8-8, squeezing in with that seventh wild card seed that is only available because of the circumstances of this year. Well, technically, I guess last year now, 2020, and into this year. But they squeak into the playoffs as the seventh seed at 8-8. And next week they would take on the New Orleans Saints, who are the second seed in the NFC in New Orleans. So to me, a lot of Bears fans are going to be cheering right now. They're in the playoffs, right? You get to see the Bears play in the playoffs. But for me, you know, that's great. They're playing in a playoff game. But honestly, at this point, you know, I want the Bears to be perennial winners. Like I want championships. Okay, that is what is important to me, is becoming world champions and putting a perennial winner on the field, such as what the Green Bay Packers have done for years. They can evaluate talent. They've had a Hall of Fame quarterback at the position for 20, however many years. I mean, they have been great at the quarterback position, which is what matters most, and the Bears never have in their entire 100-year history. But what really saddens me is the fact that as a Bears fan, I am really sick and tired of being embarrassed by the Packers every single year. I have had enough of it personally. I take it personally because I love the Bears. I've always been a Bears fan. I want them to succeed. But I honestly am starting to take it personally now that they're virtually the Packers' whipping boy every single season. You go into the season, they want you to have high hopes. They want you to say, "Oh, we have a shot," you know. And every single year, it's the same story. You go in, at least I do now, go into the rivalry thinking we have no shot. We have no chance because that's how much of a disparity it's become. The Packers are just such a better run franchise. And every single year, they're such a better team. And the Bears never, ever can win. I just, every time, at least for me as a sports gambler, it is just lay the points with the Packers, and it's almost a victory every single time out. And that's really unfortunate because I remember when the Bears Packers rivalry meant something, when there was actually a rivalry. You had two teams that, it was actually in the air as to who would win, right? Because it was competitive, because it was the NFL's best rivalry, the oldest rivalry. But over the last decade or so, it's not really a rivalry anymore. The Packers absolutely own the Chicago Bears. Aaron Rodgers owns the Chicago Bears, and the Bears have done absolutely nothing at all to close the gap between the two teams. It's an embarrassment, honestly, to the fan base. It's an embarrassment to the proud franchise that the Bears are, and it is a complete and utter embarrassment to the city of Chicago that they keep being the absolute. They are the little brother. Chicago is the little brother to Green Bay. Period. They have not fielded a competitive team to the small town up north, and it is a complete and utter embarrassment for the city of Chicago that they can never, ever beat the Green Bay Packers. That's the top storyline this weekend, folks. Sorry to be all doom and gloom. Yes, the Bears are in the playoffs, but to me, it's just wasting more talent. It's wasting more years to possibly win a championship. And really, it's just, if we go anywhere, I'll be shocked. If we beat the Saints, I'll be shocked. And then the Bears retain Ryan Pace. They retain Matt Nagy. and the cycle just begins. The Bears just stay in mediocrity forever. They have not won a Super Bowl since 1985. Most years they don't come close. They haven't won a playoff game in a decade. So to me, I'm fed up. I've had it. This organization is a disaster. They just keep repeating the same mistakes over and over again. They don't close the gap between their rivals and them. It's not even competitive at this point. Um, they're a joke of an organization. They really are. I'm going to continue to be a Bears fan. I'm going to continue to support my team, but I have absolutely no hopes, no expectations, and I can rely on ownership to always make the worst decisions for the team, and to keep just making terrible calls, and just keep the cycle of mediocrity rolling. So there is your top Chicago storyline for this weekend, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you took some information out of this, and you know, go Bears, right? Yeah, go Bears. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to stay tuned here at Sports Mockery's YouTube channel, because we are going to have tons of information, tons of content coming at you in the coming weeks. And of course, read our articles on our website. Lots of good information there on the Bears and all of our other wonderful Chicago teams. So until next time, I'll see you all in the Wagersphere. Have a great day, folks.